the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Las Vegas Raiders. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Fielded in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. His first carry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, first and 10. To throw, it's Carr. It's going to be incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Give the sack to Komoko Toure.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a third and long. To throw is Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for Josh Jacobs. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Joseph. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll go for it. It's Carr. It'll be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On play action, Brissett. This one into the hands of Burton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
A first down throw for Brissett. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. This is Hines. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And now look at him go. The 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 77 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And fucking Everett there, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
He's caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a give right side. It's Hines. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Play action now. Brissett. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
But listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that 1st quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Carr. And this one's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. They run with Hines. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, Brissett. And the Raiders have got him. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Hines. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. And open, that's Henry Ruggs. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. now on first down. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Carr again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Tanner Muse able to get him for a loss of about 3. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Brissett under pressure again, and down he goes again. Max Crosby. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Looking deep for Hilton. And this is going to be intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. He will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. You ain't going to burn me. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. On the ground, Jacobs will get the 3rd quarter started. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's caught by Waller out left side. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Carr. And they'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. His throw caught at the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very solid gain of 27. Try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, here's the option. They get this out left. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Shotgun now for Carr. And this is Carr. Touchdown, Raiders. Bryan Edwards, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
They run again with Hines. And some room to run now. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 78 yards. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got an open man, it's Ruggs. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. On 3rd down, that is a big-time play for the Raiders. 47 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Joseph. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. But it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The play fake. Here's Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Brissett. The toss here completed to Pittman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Yes. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll throw again. Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Fielded in the end zone. Now ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. They'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Carr firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a play fake. Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he's taken down inside the 30. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. To throw his car. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first down throw for Brissett. Going for the deep ball. Yeah, man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play that time for the Colts. 51 yards. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now it's Hines. And the Colts are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. They'll try to run with Hines. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Second and 8. Play action now. Brissett. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. On 2nd down now, it's Hines. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. They go play action with Brissett. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Carr. Looking left side, he's got a man. It's Joseph. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Now the incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. This from long, very long range. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle. Get it done, however, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Las Vegas, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.